We have not strayed from our vision to make the video game collecting experience rewarding. It has been rewarding to us all and will continue to be so. We hope to provide some transparency here to you all. They've been refining the grading process, receiving, encapsulation, shipping. Everything's going to be better. They're working through the backlogs. They want to increase turnaround times without a decrease in the quality of product, which is absolutely awesome. That is awesome that WATA Games gave us this update. Oh, wait, no, this was 49 weeks ago. Okay, no, I'm reading the old update here. Sorry about that. That one's my bad. That one's my bad. So here I am on the WATA Games official Instagram page. If you didn't even know that WATA has an Instagram, I don't blame you. It's been 49 weeks since they've posted on it. But yesterday and today, they have now sent out 2 different messages to their customers, one on the Instagram, one via email, and that's what we're going to look at today. Much like your one friend who went on a social media detox that took a couple weeks, WATA Games just went on a prolonged dopamine detox that lasted 49 weeks, which honestly, I think it's our responsibility to give them space and allow them to work through whatever it is they're working through. So let's start with the Instagram post here, which is multiple pages, has a lot of information on it, and then we'll also just read some of the Instagram comments just to get a feel for the sentiment that's going around right now. For the most part, it's not good, and I can't really blame people. If you've been a customer of WATA Games over the past 1 to 2 years, if you've given them their money, they have not been delivering on what is promised, especially if you just go and look at their website, which has turnaround days that are pure fiction at this point. And do keep in mind that this video is about WATA Games. This does not mean that VGA is doing better. VGA is not exempt to these same critiques. Quick shout out to the Patreon, can't do it without you guys, as well as the Greg Gang. Make sure to hit like on the video if you like this kind of content and subscribe so you can see more. So here we go. We're back. After a long period of silence, we're back to share some updates, some important stuff. That's great. As the clear leader in game certification and preservation, we need to start acting more like it. And now our acquisition by Collectors Universe in 2021 was the start of a new chapter, turning over a new leaf and bringing tremendous resources to the scrappy startup we were. Now, those resources are translating to real results and real action. We like to call it WATA 2.0. There we go. WATA 2.0 is here, everybody. Let's go. So it is kind of funny that in this notice of like, hey, we're going to talk to our customers again, they also feel the need here to put in this little flex of, as the clear leader in game certification and preservation. It's one of those things that maybe that's completely true, right? Maybe it's completely true. I don't care if it's true or not. But if you're going to address the people who otherwise might be quite angry with the service they've been getting, I don't see the need to put in this little flex there. It's a weird juxtaposition of bragging while also trying to be humble and saying you're going to do better. And it also is true here, they call themselves a scrappy startup, which I know that WATA has had so much service, so much news. All of this stuff has happened in such a short period of time for WATA Games, but they really are, or at least they were, a startup company right up to the acquisition they had by Collectors Universe. From everything I've heard, the team at WATA Games didn't grow much from conception to the point of acquisition. I do assume now that the acquisition is in full force, now that they've moved their offices over to California, now that they have the resources of Collectors Universe, things are going to get better. At least my fingers are frickin' crossed that this is going to be where things get better. Before we share the updates, we want to take a moment to apologize to all the loyal customers whose expectations we fell short of. Leading up to the acquisition and the months since, they haven't done the greatest job communicating. Although it may not seem like it, we feel your frustrations and share them ourselves. I'm sure WATA is very pissed off with how much money they're making. It's been hard for us because we're building so much and adding so many resources, yet falling short on turnarounds and communications during the transition. We are beyond grateful and thank all the collectors who stood by us with sage patience. More than anything, we focused on the future and growing to meet the needs of all collectors who share passion and deserve the best. We guarantee that we'll do better and we can't wait to show you what we're building. So here's the actual meat and potatoes of this post, the actions they're going to be taking. And it is big. If they can actually deliver on what they state here, that's pretty good. So they're going to be still working at the Denver place, which is their original location, through April 30th solely to focus on backlog orders. They want to have the full backlog of Denver orders prior to February 1st all done by April 30th. That is incredible if they can do that. That will eliminate the 6-month, 1 year, 1.5 year backlog that WATA has. Everyone who is disgruntled with wait times at this time should at least have their games back in their hands then. That is a huge step to building back some positive customer sentiment. In the next bullet point here, they say they are committed to restoring turnarounds to posted estimates by the end of April. Again, if they can actually do that, if we can actually have a 45 business day turnaround, turnaround, a 90 business day turnaround. If they can actually do that, that is incredible. That would be great. Obviously, myself, and I'm sure you guys agree, there can't be too much weight put into the things that WATA Games says at this point. We've seen other press releases, we've seen other promises. They haven't exactly hit on them. So I come into this cautiously optimistic, right? It's one of those things that I'll believe it when I see it, but I really do want to see it. I want WATA Games to be better. I want to like WATA Games. They finally have additional graders and authenticators, which allows them to double their capacity, which was obviously needed given how long the backlogs were. They've added more customer service team members, which is awesome. I have seen on Facebook and stuff that they are replying to emails in a pretty decent manner right now. They're going to improve transparency and our communication with our loyal customers. That is another big one. You saw at the very start of this video, I was memeing with their press release from 49 weeks ago where they basically said they're going to have transparency and communication and then failed to do any of that. So like I said, cautiously optimistic. Which then brings us to the email they sent out, a message from the president, which basically just says all the stuff that was already said on the Instagram post. One thing I do want to mention though is the dynamic pop reports that we have all been waiting for, that we all want to be here. They are not going to be here by the end of Q1, which probably surprises no one given that it's March 29th at the time of filming this video. And they do not have any timeline at all at this time as to when we can expect the pop reports to be here, which really sucks. This is one of the things that I am personally waiting for the most with WATA Games and VGA. Like, don't think that VGA is exempt from this. They mentioned pop reports were coming back in like October or something, and then literal radio silence since then. So trust me, I also have a complete gripe with VGA, who has done basically nothing since sending out their last press release as well. With both VGA and WATA, there are a lot of promises made without a whole lot of delivery on those promises. So unfortunately, I have no idea when we'll get pop reports, hopefully in the next 3 to 6 months, but honestly, who knows at this point, right? It just hurts to have felt like we are getting so close to the point of population reports. There was good momentum, there was steam building there, and now we are back to how it felt back in September of last year, honestly. One thing I do want to state, and I have put this in the description of the video as well, so you can email them yourselves if you want to. WATA Games is looking for feedback. WATA Games is looking for suggestions. So if you yourself want to send WATA Games a message with your critiques, your frustrations, anything that you want to put forth to them, I do suggest you do so now while they are openly inviting these messages and looking for messages. This window right now might be one of your best opportunities to be heard by WATA Games. I shouldn't have to say this, but do not just send a troll message. Do not send flame messages. Properly articulate yourself. Send them an honest critique. Send them an honest suggestion. For myself, one of the biggest things I need to see with WATA Games is quality control on their labels as well as on the cases. If I am sending stuff off for personal collection purposes, especially from Canada, I cannot have labels that have crooked numbers on them or any kind of printing errors, and I cannot have cases that have white smears or murkiness in them, anything like that. I want my games to come back with perfect labels on them and with crystal clear cases, and that seems like a very reasonable thing to want from WATA Games. That is my personal biggest thing I want to see. Turnaround times would also be awesome, but I do understand with most of these grading companies, they're behind on turnaround times. I get it. But I can't be waiting a longer period than advertised and then also running the risk of needing a recasing if they have quality control issues. Send them a message, maybe your voice can be heard. Also, I can't really get into the comment section here on the Instagram post. There's a lot of comments going both ways. There's over 150 comments on this post, so if you want to go partake in that conversation, go look up WATA Games on Instagram, share your opinion there, respond to comments there, read the comments there. Obviously, there is a lot of negative sentiment around WATA Games over the past 1 to 2 years and how they've conducted themselves. For some people, WATA Games will be able to recover. They will be able to bring back positive sentiment. They will be able to bring back people as customers. For other people, they are simply never going to use WATA Games and they absolutely hate everything that they are. It would really be nice to see WATA Games actually pull through with some of this stuff, actually keep up their communications, actually be a public-facing company that at least looks like they care about posted turnaround times, customer communication, customer service, all of that good stuff that makes a business good, right? I think we can all agree that we all want to see more of that from WATA. We want to see more of that from VGA. Hopefully, this WATA 2.0 is going to be a better experience for all of us. Like I said, I am cautiously optimistic. That is about all I can give them at this time. Hopefully you enjoyed this update. Leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.